Okay, PaniK and Mokuba. Who do you pick out of this one? I am thinking PaniK straight off the bat just due to the power alone in the differences between the deck. But however, Mokuba has been a bit of a wild card and managed to pick up an upset victory over Mai. So you never know what's going to happen with these two sorts of decks. So let's pull them up in the lobby and let's get this one underway. What's that? Gen X Neutron. Sounds like a later gen card. And here we go, PaniK, Mokuba, and PaniK has elected to go first. There we go. Okay, a little bit of a thought process. Usually you always have an advantage if you're going first in Yu-Gi-Oh! So let's see. Oh, decent hand. King of Yummy Makai and a Dark Energy. There's also a Sangan in there. Dark Titan of Terror and a Graveyard and the Hand of Invitation. That's not a bad starting hand from PaniK. Especially with Sangan. 1500 or less attack. With the effect of Sangan, you can get a Castle of Dark Illusions out very early as well. And here comes Mokuba's first turn. After some thought process, Barrel Lily goes down in attack mode. It's a bit of a risky move from Mokuba. Barrel Lily is not the strongest card in the world. Sangan will be destroyed. And its effect will activate. I will assume that PaniK will take Castle of Dark Illusions. Reaper of the Cards is also a good option, and Metal Guardian as well, but Castle of Dark Illusions is only 4 stars. And that is the card that PaniK elects to go with. So with Castle of Dark Illusions on the field, Mokuba will have a tough time getting past that defense with his level of monsters that he has. Alright, PaniK draws Majin Gun. And decides to summon Dark Titan of Terror, so keeping... Oh, okay, he's decided to equip Dark Energy to Dark Titan of Terror, not save it for King of Yummy Makai. That's a interesting move, but it's also not a bad move, because this means that Mokuba, given his deck, he's going to have a tough time getting through some of those. Mokuba doesn't have a lot of cards over 1600, so... And that is a face-down defense from Mokuba and end phase. Now, you don't really want to sacrifice Dark Titan of Terror now. And decides to set Graveyard in the Hand of Invitation, electing to hold Castle of Dark Illusions for the time being. And Firegrass is destroyed. It's another weak throwaway plant monster. Mokuba's deck is made up of mostly of reptile and plant monsters, and there weren't very many strong ones in this era of Yu-Gi-Oh! But I never created Mokuba's deck with the intention of it being that strong. Oh, okay, Dispel, that will destroy Dark Energy. And does Mokuba have anything to get over Dark Titan of Terror? Doesn't look like it. That's a face-down defense. Now, King of Yummy Makai can come to the field now. There's Earthbound Spirit. That's another good defensive card for PaniK. And there it is, King of Yummy Makai is coming to the field, and it looks like this one might be a quick one. As Mokuba is going to have a tough time getting King of Yummy Makai off the field, let alone Dark Titan of Terror as well. It is Mushroom Man that is destroyed. And 2,000 more points are off Mokuba, he's down to 5,500. And another draw from Mokuba, 5 cards in his hand. He's going to have a tough time with this duel. I would almost say that this is almost a guaranteed PaniK win from here, unless Mokuba can draw like a Dark Hole or something. There's a remove trap for PaniK. And he decides to set Castle of Dark Illusions this time, so he's, as well as having a good attack on the field, he's also got a good defense now as well. There's Serpent Marauder. Mokuba, he could draw... Serpentine Princess, that's got a 2,000 defense. That is another card that he could protect himself with. But it looks unlikely from here. 3,500 life points left. If Mokuba's going to make a play, he's going to have to do it now. There's a face down magical trap and another one. And another one. Okay, it looks like Mokuba might not have any monsters left. He does have a couple of 5 stars, so I'm guessing he's played those 3 face-down spell or traps to try to barter some sort of bluff, but it doesn't look like it's going to work. Alright, 2000 attack, that's going to put Mokuba down to 1500. Nothing is activated, and it looks like he has absolutely nothing left to play. 920 from the Castle of Dark Illusions. And Dark Titan of Terror is going to finish this one off. Very quick and easy match from PaniK. Mokuba will have to win 2 out of 3 from here to get the win and the season point, which is very unlikely, but you know, stranger things have happened. Let's flip the perspective and let's go from Mokuba's point of view. As we set up and we put PaniK into the lobby. Any minute, there we go, PaniK is in the lobby. Let's start this one. 3 level 4 monsters, that is quite a tribute to get that XYZ summon. Alright, Mokuba has elected to go first in this one after winning the rock, paper, scissors. I believe in Mokuba. Do you all believe in Mokuba? I believe that he can get another win. Okay, he's got Queen of Autumn Leaves in his hand. That's an 1800 attack. And he does have Armored Lizard as well. Alright, Yashinoki is played face down in defense and turn over to PaniK. And there is a face down defense from PaniK as well. Oh, Forest. That is a great card for Mokuba. That will increase all of his plant monsters by 200. That includes Queen of Autumn Leaves. So Mokuba is going to have a 2000 attack on his second turn, which is quite powerful. He could get the jump on PaniK here. He's got Armored Lizard to aid as another attack force as well. The Shadow who controls the Dark is destroyed. This is a good start from Mokuba. He could possibly get another win. Alright, draw phase from PaniK. And another face down defense from him. Now, if Mokuba gets Armored Lizard to the field, he could... Oh, there's Waboku as well. That is also a really good card to draw early in the duel. Especially when you've got the attacking force like this. He hasn't played it on the field. Oh, it's Castle of Dark Illusions. So Mokuba's life points goes down to the unusual 7,570. It's then destroyed by Queen of Autumn Leaves. Mokuba lost a chance to get a direct attack in there, but PaniK really on the ropes early on. And a face down defense from PaniK. And there is Mushroom Man as well. That will also get a 200 point bonus, so that'll get to 1000. Mokuba's starting to build up a little bit of a force here. He goes with Armored Lizard again, and this time it pays off. Duku Roizo the Grim Reaper is destroyed. 2,000 and 1,000, so 3,000 points coming off of PaniK here, and he's in trouble. Mokuba might actually get the win here. Which means we may actually go to a tiebreaker game against two duelists that we wouldn't really think would put on a show, but it's been a fast-hitting match. And that is a face down from PaniK. And Ancient Lizard Warrior, that's a decent card as well. That's a 1400 attack if I remember it correctly. Mokuba goes with Ancient Lizard Warrior, 1400 attack. Now, he doesn't quite have enough strength on the field to end at this turn. He goes with Armored Lizard, and Fire Reaper is destroyed, so it looks like PaniK might have drawn a bit of a stinker hand this duel. But it is looking very much like Mokuba is actually going to pick up a win here. Now with Fire Reaper, if he attacked with Mushroom Man, he would have actually been able to win at that turn, but either way, it doesn't matter. It looks like Mokuba is going to get the victory. He does still have Waboku in his hand as well to act as a defense if needed. If PaniK draws like a Dark Hole or something, that would flip the whole duel. Oh, there's Dispel. That gets rid of Forest, but PaniK will need more than Forest, unless he's got a 2000 defense in his hand that he just drew, but I doubt it because I think he might have just drawn that D-Spell. Or Vile Germs, that will increase a plant monster by 300, which means if PaniK has put down a 2000 defense, Mokuba is going to get a win. He doesn't get them often. Well, he shouldn't get them often, but anyway, Graveyard in the Hand of Invitation is gone, and Mokuba is going to pick up a win. We're at 1-1, and we're going to go down to a tiebreaker. Okay, now you do see the screen is black. I'm going to make a different sort of commentary for this next match because what I'm about to show you is the most unbelievable match that you are ever likely to see from two mediocre duelists. I have never produced a match like this, and the ending to this match is so unbelievably tragic. I couldn't even describe it to you in words in a way that you would believe me. So I'm going to announce this one with a little bit of a different style, and I wonder if you will get the same feeling I did when I saw the ending of this. So let's get into this one. And here it is. This is a match which, as I just said before, I've just made a new sync point so I could sync up the audio with the video. This match, I couldn't even describe it to you. So here we go. I will try and announce this in a little bit of a different style as well. We have got Mokuba. We have got Mokuba and PaniK going at it. They are 1-1 each. Winner takes all. We are looking at PaniK's perspective, and he has got Dark Chimera, Lord of Zemaya, the Shadow who controls the Dark, 3-headed Guido, and a 7 tools of Bandit. Mokuba goes down with that face down spell or trap. He is looking to trap PaniK. Come on, Mokuba. It doesn't take much time to think about what monster to play. He slaps down a face down defense, and we flip over to PaniK. Now, PaniK can't summon Dark Chimera just yet. It's 5 stars. He now does have Castle Walls, but he wants to protect himself from those trap cards. So down goes Lord of Zemaya. It is his best attacking option at this stage, and he goes into the battle phase, and he goes for that face down to wipe out Mokuba's defense. It is only a Drooling Lizard, and that is now destroyed. We're going to flip back to Mokuba. Mokuba is going to draw a card. And Mokuba plays down another face down defense. Now, I know what you're thinking. Where is this going to spice up? Oh, just wait. Here we go. There's Frenzied Panda. Now, that is a very, very important card because that is one of PaniK's fusion monsters that he needs. Down goes Dark Chimera, so Lord of Zemaya is gone, and now a 1610 attack, which PaniK used in the anime, has just attacked a Serpentine Princess with 2000 defense. PaniK is down to 7610. And now, how does PaniK get through that 2000 defense? He does have the power in his deck. He needs the right cards, but it can be done. But Mokuba right now is protected. That's the main key here. Mokuba is protected, and he ends his turn straight away while stacking up some cards in his hand. There we go. PaniK draws the Dark Hole. He is now able to destroy Mokuba's field whenever he wants, but he doesn't play it right now. And why doesn't he play it right now? Because he wants to lull Mokuba into a false sense of security. So he plays down some stronger monsters, and then PaniK sweeps the field. But is that what is going to happen? We don't know yet. Now, as you saw, Mokuba ended another turn. He's happy to just sit there and collect cards up in his hand. So PaniK plays Yellow Luster Shield. This gives all of his monsters a 200 defense point boost. Now, that will be very, very hard for Mokuba to attack through. So while PaniK is luring Mokuba to try to play more monsters, PaniK is setting up his own defense that Mokuba is going to have a hard time attacking through. Mokuba now, he knows that he's got 6 cards in his hand, so he has to play something. If he doesn't play anything, they're going to go to the discard pile anyway, so he throws down a face down in hopes that PaniK will probably attack with Dark Chimera. What card does Mokuba have face down? Is it a trap card? Can he spring anything on PaniK in this move? It's a big snake. That's a nothing card that Mokuba would have thrown to the graveyard anyway, so you might as well let PaniK attack it. Now PaniK here, the card that he draws here, sorry, it's Mokuba's turn. My bad. 6 cards in Mokuba's hand, and now he goes with Red Medicine to boost his life points out a little bit more. It's a throwaway card. Remember, you can only have up to 6 unless you have infinite cards on the field. He throws down another face down defense. And here we go. It's now PaniK's turn, and he goes in to draw another card, and he gets Meter Bat, which is absolutely useless. But he looks And what does he see? He says Frenzy Panda and Ryukushin. So that will get Barox to the field, even though Barox isn't that strong of a monster. Tentacle Plant is now destroyed, but he could have two of his anime monsters in Dark Chimera and Barox on the field. Anyway, we turn change back to Mokuba, and Mokuba here now has 5 cards in his hand. Both players have massive cards in their hand. Their card count is really good. So what does Mokuba do here? He ends his phase. He is perfectly protected from Serpentine Princess, and PaniK here, he just wants to conserve as well. There's no reason for him to attack because he's got nothing to attack with, but that Dark Hole is just sitting there menacingly, ready to sweep an unsuspecting Mokuba and destroy his dreams of winning another match. And here we go, Mokuba's turned 6 cards in his hand, and what does he go for? Just another face down defense. He says, come on PaniK, I want you to attack me. But PaniK, on the other hand, says, I don't need to attack you. I've now got a Dark Energy in my hand, and that's going to be an important card in this duel as well. Big Eye is flipped up, and that means PaniK can look at the top 5 cards of his deck and arrange them in any order he wants. And what does he see? He sees Castle of Dark Illusions. He sees Ryukushin powered, and that's about all he needs because he hasn't got any trap cards in his graveyard, so he can't use the effect of Mask of Darkness. But anyway, with Yellow Luster Shield on the field, PaniK knows that if he plays that Castle of Dark Illusions, he's going to have a 22-30 defense. I know it's an odd number, but that's what PaniK's cards had. That's going to give him a defense that Mokuba basically can't destroy. He needs to get his absolute best monsters to the field if he wants that to happen. Now Mokuba's still with 6 cards in his hand now. He decides to end his turn. Now he can draw a 7th, but he'll have to get rid of one onto the field or he'll have to discard. So PaniK now, 5 monsters on the field, but they can't get through Serpentine Princess. However, he's going to keep sweeping up any defense that Mokuba plays. There goes the Mushroom Man. And he decides to leave Big Eye in attack mode. No, sorry, he put that in defense mode. So Dark Chimera is doing all the attacking work here, but it can't get through Serpentine Princess. There is 7 cards in Mokuba's hand. So what does he do? Bean Soldier in attack mode. Now, I know what you're thinking. Why? Why put Bean Soldier in attack mode? Bean Soldier, first of all, special place in my heart. He's a monster that I used to fuse all the time on Yu-Gi-Oh! Forbidden Memories. Fissure. He played Bean Soldier to get rid of the Big Eye so he could utilize the effect of Fissure to get rid of Dark Chimera. That is a brilliant play. Now 1600 in Ryukushin. Mokuba didn't know this was coming, but that's okay. Mokuba still has his 2000 defense. He got rid of Dark Chimera, PaniK's main attacking monster. Bean Soldier is destroyed, and we're pretty much right back where we started. This match is neck and neck. It's been 21 turns, and both players still have almost all their life points. There's a little bit of a difference, but it's not catastrophic, and neither player seems fit to be able to get the other one's field empty. PaniK, still holding that Dark Hole, is probably thinking, when do I play this? When is the opportune moment? And then the unexpected Serpentine Princess is tributed for Queen of Autumn Leaves. PaniK still has that face down spell or trap, but Mokuba isn't detained from it. He's not scared of it. He doesn't think PaniK's going to activate anything. And now Mokuba has the advantage. PaniK doesn't have enough defense to keep all of Mokuba's attacks. He does have Castle of Dark Illusions, so he won't lose everything. But PaniK now, all of his weaker monsters are at a disadvantage because if he wants to summon one of his better monsters, unless he can keep monsters on the field, he'll have to tribute that Castle of Dark Illusions. With that defense, he doesn't want to get rid of that card. So 4 cards face down right now. This match is in its 23rd turn. Mokuba goes down with another face down spell or trap and a face down defense. He's got the advantage now, and he attacks and he gets rid of another one of PaniK's face down defenses. Remember, all of his defenses gain 300 points from that Yellow Luster Shield. Yellow Luster Shield is a very good card for this era of Yu-Gi-Oh! Dark Hole is still there, but PaniK, he's not panicking. He's still defended. He's still protected here. He decides to throw Meter Bat out because it's pretty much a throwaway card. Now PaniK does still have Castle Walls. He could also use that if he wanted to, but he's not under any rush here. Mokuba now him and PaniK both have a lot of cards in their hand. They've got a lot to play, and they are slowly building up their fields, ready to attack at any given moment should they draw the card that gives them that advantage. Queen of Autumn Leaves gets rid of Metebat, and now Dark World Thorns. That's one of the fusion materials for Flower Wolf, believe it or not, which Mokuba doesn't have. He's got Rose Spectre of Dun in his fusion deck now. Mokuba attacked Three-Headed Yugioh, which now gets to 1700 on defense. Now their life points are a little bit more close together, but PaniK, he's not worried about anything. He just keeps his defenses up. He doesn't even elect to get rid of that Dark World Thorns. He wants Mokuba to come and attack him, so Mokuba can line his field to absolutely plant him with that Dark Hole that's just sitting there. It's still just sitting there. A tribute for a face-down defense. I will admit, I didn't remember what monster that could be from Mokuba. He gets rid of Three-Headed Yugioh, and he decides to attack again with that Dark World Thorns. It's not a strong attacking card, but it's doing the job. PaniK is starting to lose his weaker monsters, which is a real key, because if he loses all of his weaker monsters, he's got nothing else to defend with. Dark Shade goes down. That's another 1000 defense. PaniK kind of throwing away a few monsters, but he's still got plenty behind him that he can keep this up. So what was that face down defense from Mokuba? Crocodilus comes down. That's one which he used from that deck that he stole. PaniK now is going to be attacked 3 times. Crocodilus attacks Castle of Dark Illusions. Mokuba lost over 1000 points on that. However, PaniK now, as you see from those attacks, he's down to 2 monsters on the field, and Dark Shade won't be able to last another turn. PaniK is on the back foot here, and soon, if he doesn't draw anything good, he's going to have to tribute his Castle of Dark Illusions if he wants to get an attacking monster, so he's going to have to get rid of his defense. Now, he does still have Dark Hole, but that will also destroy his own monsters. Now, he's got Trap Hole down as well. Trap Hole here is a fantastic card, because if Mokuba tributes something to get his strong monster on the field, Trap Hole is ready there to BAM! To knock it straight out. Mokuba unsuspecting that PaniK also has a Dark Hole. Crocodilus to defense mode. Dark World Thorns to defense mode, and Queen of Autumn Leaves here is just poised, ready to do all the attacking. Mokuba has got so much defense on the field, he thinks he's untouchable right now. PaniK draws Reaper of the Cards. Now that can flip up a trap card. So what does PaniK do here? He has a bit of a thought, and this is where he goes for it. He plays Dark Hole, and Mokuba counters with Magic Jammer. PaniK's whole plan is now gone. However, because that Magic Jammer activated, he can activate 7 Tools of the Bandit to play a third in the chain to stop Magic Jammer from activating. Mokuba plays 7 Tools of the Bandit on PaniK's 7 Tools of the Bandit, which destroys Dark Hole as well, which, if I'm not mistaken, I didn't think Dark Hole would be destroyed from that, but the automatic game kicks in and overrides what I think is a human. But anyway, after all is said and done, Mokuba's spell and traps are now empty. PaniK has also lost his 7 Tools of the Bandit, and both players lost 1000 points in an absolute chaotic turn of events. So, no, PaniK activated the Dark Hole. Magic Jammer was going to destroy Dark Hole, but Magic Jammer's effect didn't get deactivated from 7 Tools of the Bandit. It was 7 Tools of the Bandit countering 7 Tools of the Bandit, which allowed Magic Jammer to stop the Dark Hole. That's how it worked. Now that I'm thinking about it like that, that's how it worked. And now PaniK flipped up Mask of Darkness, and now he's got 7 Tools of the Bandit back on the field. Both players here are they're both so well defended. The only one that's got an attack force is Mokuba, but now PaniK is stuck. If he draws King of Yummy Makai, he will have to tribute Castle of Dark Illusions at 2230 defense. You don't want to get rid of that card. PaniK also still has Dark Energy in his hand as well. Now Majin Gun is attacked and destroyed. Mokuba's feeling fine. The Dark Hole is gone. How does PaniK get rid of all this defense? Now look at the card count. Mokuba is 1 card up in his deck compared to PaniK, who has just played Yami. That's going to give all of his cards a bit of a boost, and what does he have now? That which feeds on life and dark energy, but it's just not enough. That which feeds on life is a 1200. It'd get to 1500 and then 1700 with the effect of Yami and Dark Hole. It's just not enough. Emperor of the Land and Sea. I don't think Mokuba has ever played this card. He's now got 2 1800s on the field, and PaniK hits it down with a Dark Hole. Now the thing is, if Mokuba gets rid of that Castle of Dark Illusions and he comes up with 3600 points of attack along with the other monsters on his field, he's going to win. So PaniK has no choice. If Mokuba draws anything to get rid of that Castle of Dark Illusions, it's over. However, PaniK draws an Earthbound Spirit. This is a 2000 defense, and it's also a Fiend. It's going to get increased by Yami, so it's 2200. With Yellow Luster Shield, it's a 2500 defense. Mokuba's not getting through that. I don't think the strongest card in his deck gets through that. So Mokuba has the attack, but he can't do it, and here we go. PaniK draws Polymerization. He could summon Barox if he draws Frenzied Panda and he needs Ryukushin, or he can do it with Rasago the Destroyer as well. Remember, that can be used as a fusion. 41 turns in. This match is neck and neck. It is anybody's game. Anybody's game. Either duelist could win this. They are running out of cards, but PaniK is at the disadvantage. And there we go, 701 points off Mokuba. Life points aren't really a factor right now, and here we go. PaniK draws. If we give a little bit of a drum roll here, Job Change Mirror. That does nothing for him, but look at his defense, 2430, 2500. PaniK's safe. Mokuba hasn't played a Dark Hole yet. Does that mean Mokuba could sweep the whole field? PaniK here decides to tribute Earthbound Spirit and put Reaper of the Cards down. Very, very interesting move. Reaper of the Cards can't be destroyed, so the only thing is that maybe there was a trap card PaniK was worried about, but Mokuba doesn't play any. Reaper of the Cards is flipped up, and look at this. PaniK is forced to destroy 7 Tools of the Bandit. He doesn't get the option. He has to use Reaper of the Cards effect if there's a trap card on the field. So, completely by accident, PaniK has destroyed his own trap card. However, it doesn't really matter because at 2430 defense, they're both at 2430 defense. How often do you see this in a duel? 2 monsters with the same amount of defense with such an odd number, and this is what we were waiting for. King of Yami Makai comes to the field. 2200 up to 2500 attack points, and Mokuba's attack is gone. His advantage is gone. Queen of Autumn Leaves is destroyed. However, Castle of Dark Illusions could attack as well, but it's not that strong. You don't really want that coming into attack mode. Mokuba uses Dispel, and he gets rid of Yami. That drops all of PaniK's field. What card? And there it is. Mokuba, he played that Dark Hole from the far right of his hand. Mokuba had been holding onto that Dark Hole for the entirety of the match. And we are straight away, PaniK's advantage is gone and he has got nothing left. Can he defend this? Yes, Yellow Luster Shield is still on the field. Mokuba got rid of Yami. He should have got rid of Yellow Luster Shield because PaniK still has defense cards, and now this will be a 1600 defense. That Ancient Lizard Warrior won't be able to get through. This match is so neck and neck. PaniK's ahead on life points, but it's still anyone's match. If Job Change Mirror gets destroyed, PaniK is finished. If Mokuba's field gets destroyed, PaniK has weaker monsters to attack with, but they're still going to get the job done. Mokuba loses a few more. His life points are now getting a bit questionable. 48 turns this duel has gone. There is a D-spell. PaniK can save that for the absolute perfect time. when Mokuba, if he has a spell or a trap that he can activate, for example, Forest, PaniK is sitting there now with a D-spell. Both players have gone through dark holes. They've gone through some of their best monsters. And we are down to 11 cards each, and speak of the devil, there is Forest. This duel looks like, because Mokuba still has 3 cards on the field and neither player can attack, it looks like this duel is going to run out of cards. There's Metal Guardian, which is going to be 2450 defense with the effect of Yellow Luster Shield. Mokuba can't destroy it. And there down goes Castle Walls. Metal Guardian is not going anywhere. D-Spell is going to get rid of Forest. Mokuba cannot break through PaniK, but PaniK cannot break through Mokuba. And there is only 10 turns left. They are up to turn 50. How often do you see this in a duel? Turn 50. This match is still neck and neck. They're going to run out of cards. We're going to see PaniK lose by running out of cards. How is PaniK going to be able to get through? There's 4 monsters on the field. Now PaniK has to be able to find something to attack, but he's got nothing left. Ancient Lizard Warrior goes for an attack. Metal Guardian, 1050. Life points are gone. Mokuba's life points are getting a little bit low, much lower than PaniK's. And look what PaniK draws. Fiend's Hand, nothing. PaniK would now be thinking, I've got 9 cards left in my deck. Now, if Mokuba didn't destroy Yami, he would lose Ancient Lizard Warrior right now. Remember when he used D-Spell? He would have lost the Ancient Lizard Warrior, but Green Phantom King, 1600 defense. PaniK can't get through, and he is starting to panic. His deck is getting low on cards. Mokuba is 1 card above him. Now remember when PaniK played Sangan? That's what put the decks out of balance. Mokuba, 5 cards on his field. His life points are safe. PaniK has already used his Dark Hole. He did also forget to put Dark Titan of Terror in defense mode, but that's okay because he's got plenty of life points. PaniK now, what does he draw? Sorry, it's Mokuba. No, it's PaniK's turn. Visago the Destroyer. He can fuse and he can get Barrocks on the field. And at this moment, my Yu-Gi-Oh! Legacy of the Duelist game crashed. The game crashed. And this game doesn't have an autosave feature. It doesn't, in fact, I don't think it has a save feature at all. As every duel concludes, it sort of remembers from that last moment. The duel was lost, and we didn't have a decisive outcome. Yu-Gi-Oh! Legacy of the Duelist is prone to crashing every now and then, but it's rare. It usually only happens when you're playing against those decks which are like using a lot of link summons and stuff against the AI. I've never had it crash in a duel where I'm playing multiplayer. The duel between PaniK and Mokuba didn't get the outcome that it deserved. Now, I believe that Mokuba, given the cards left, Mokuba probably would have won. However, in the interest of fairness, I decided to replay the third match. The thing is, I didn't stand, I was sitting in my chair. I stared at the ceiling for about 10 minutes before restarting this match. And let me tell you now, this third match, I'm only going to commentate sort of a little bit, because I'm not even going to call the plays because it was a lousy duel. This third match did not do justice to the 51 turn game that we saw before that was cut abruptly short. I do believe that PaniK would have run out of cards in his deck. He would not have been able to get through Mokuba, but in the interest of fairness, the match was replayed. The legendary Bean Soldier from my days of Yu-Gi-Oh! Forbidden Memories was sprung by a trap hole, and look what PaniK has in his hand. Ryukushin and Frenzied Panda, the exact fusion cards to summon Baroks that crashed the game in the last turn. 2100 points of damage is done to Mokuba. It was a fantastic back and forth match. Both players, there were some mistakes in the duel that ended up being a blessing in disguise, but neither one of them would have changed the outcome. We witnessed a fantastic duel between two throwaway duelists that gave us possibly the match of the entire tournament, and we're only in round 3 of 15. That could have been the match of the tournament. Now, I could have just cut that duel and just put this one back in and just called it as just 3 matches and just forgot about it, but that duel had so much original Yu-Gi-Oh quality, so much back and forth flipping between the advantage, both players' defenses perfect, that I just couldn't cut it and not show it to all of you so you could watch that duel and witness the tragic ending. That is the downside to video gaming in general. Game crashes. They happen every now and then, and usually not at a moment like that, but that is legitimately what happened. And this is the 3rd round that was replayed, and as you see, PaniK draws all the cards he needs. He's got Yami, he's got Dark Energy, he's got Ryukushin that's been powered up to 1500, Graveyard in the Hand of Invitation. Dark World Thorns is gone. Unless Mokuba pulls something out of his ass, he's not going to be able to last another turn after his next, as he is down to 1600 life points. Would we have got another duel like that in this round? Could we have 2 back-to-back absolute classics? After their first 2 duels, where PaniK won the first and Mokuba won the second, they were both quick, hard-hitting matches, and then they played that technical 3rd game brilliance. To have it crash, to have PaniK draw all the best cards first, and literally for Mokuba to be absolutely swatted. He drew the Ancient Tree of Enlightenment, and straight away I began to think, that's the card that could turn this around. That is the card that could turn this around, and we could see yet another back and forth stalemate 50-turn classic that we basically have never seen before. We saw a really, really good one with Mai and Odeon. We did. But unfortunately it wasn't to be. As you see, Ryukushin strong enough to keep sweeping Mokuba's field. With a life point difference of 7,700 and 1,600, it would almost be impossible for Mokuba to come back from here. But could he do it? Could he pull a Dark Hole or a Fissure, or could he tribute his Ancient Tree of Enlightenment and summon Trent with Vile Germs to put it above Ryukushin? Another fantastic play, and now Mokuba has the advantage. He probably would have won the last duel, but we will never know. Reaper of the Cards comes out, and now Trent cannot destroy PaniK's field. PaniK is once again protected. And here we are setting up for again a Mokuba turn. Straight to the battle phase, and gets rid of Frenzied Panda. Main phase 2 to the end, and it goes back to PaniK. And it looked like at this point that we were going to have another classic. It was getting exciting. Mokuba's life points though have taken a heavy hit, but it looks like we may get that stalemate nail biter again. Mokuba elects not to attack. He knows that card is going to be strong. And King of Yummy Makai is drawn. PaniK's ace monster, his favourite monster from the Duelist Kingdom season, is the one that comes to the field and destroys Trent. $1,200 life points left. Mokuba draws his last card. We're in turn 18, which again consists of an okay duel. But given the start, Mokuba was always at a disadvantage. Face down defense is played, and with 1,200 life points left, Yami on the field. Three-headed Yugioh, which will become 1,400. Mokuba can't defend a 2,200 attack. And the match is over. PaniK picks it up 2-1. And the third and final match did not add up to the one that we lost in terms of quality and all that. And that is how the match between Mokuba and PaniK panned out. Two throwaway duelists, not really expected to perform in any way, gave us an absolute stellar match that ended in tragedy. Well, thank you all for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed the duel, even though the ending that we got was so anticlimactic and so tragic. Anyway, let's pull up the season bracket and have a quick look at the last match that will be coming up as I just pull it up on my screen here. Rex Raptor and the Paradox Brothers. Hopefully we get a classic out of them, because those two, I tell you what, that could be an interesting match as well. And let's pull up which one is coming up in Battle City straight after this video. Probably be about half hour or so between the upload times. Bakura and Mako. That should be a very good match. They've both got improved decks, and Bakura has some of those really, really evil cards as well. So we should get a good match out of those two as well. And that will conclude Battle City, and we will go into the semi-finals. Quarterfinals, sorry. So we are starting to progress in that tournament. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the duel despite its tragic end. Anyway, I'm going to head off and get the other duel produced. Take care, keep safe, farewell.